Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom, all of Yisrael. Welcome. As promised, I will be doing the part 2 to the video that I did about ley lines and the dream that I received. And there have been some developments over the last 24 hours that I felt that this video is important to make. I have other videos that I also want to do on other topics, but this one I feel is important to make at this time to get the message out, because people are asking questions. They are confused. They're perplexed. They're not understanding what they're seeing. As I mentioned in the previous video that I did about ley lines, I did say that people will see, accidents happen and it just won't make any sense to them. They'll say, how did this happen? Like, how could something like this happen? It makes no sense. And once you understand what is occurring, it does make complete sense. So I wanted to go over that. I will be focusing on planes, trains, automobiles. That is going to be the focus of this video. I more than likely will be doing other videos on ley lines that go over other topics. But for now, I wanted to focus on planes, trains, automobiles, and go into that. There are a few scriptures I also would like to share before I start. And the first one is John chapter 1 to verse 1 to 3. And I think the scriptures I'll be sharing are fitting for what we are seeing and what is occurring and why the earth is the way it is. It's because it was created, and it was created in a very specific way to give glory to the Most High, Yahuwah. And a lot of the things that we see, we may not understand it because, we live or we go about our day. We may not be paying attention to a lot of things, but those things that are in place, whether they are visible or invisible, allows the earth to function the way it does and to sustain us each and every single day. And it is all from Yahuwah. So John chapter 1, 1 to 3 reads, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made." So it's saying here that every single thing that has been made was made by God. Every single thing. Okay? The other scripture I want to share is Colossians 1, verse 16. Okay? And this is I'm going to read the the New King James Version. Just bear with me one moment. Okay, so it says, "For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him." Yes, all praises to the Most High. Thank you. Thank you, Hua, for your word. It is a sustenance to us all. Thank you. So yes, what are we looking at? What are we seeing here that a helicopter with experienced pilots can fly into a very large commercial airplane? What are we seeing? Well, one thing that I understand is that, and as I mentioned previously, there are things that were possible before that are no longer going to be possible because the ley lines are changing, they are shifting. So, accidents that, may not have happened or were very rare or that were maybe even intentional, we're going to see more of these types of, let's just call them accidents, that it's going to become more common. You're going to see more of them where you're not going to be able to explain why this even happened. And the first reaction of the government now is to, when I say the government, I'm talking about the president of the United States, is to make declarations that it was DEI that caused it, and then to say they're going to now pass certain laws that is going to prevent this from happening in the future, right? Sign executive orders to say this will never happen again in the future. But that's not going to do anything. It's not going to prevent it from happening in the future. They will be making changes. They will be removing people who they feel are not competent to be an air traffic controller or other roles that have to do with either flying the plane or landing the plane. They're going to be saying they're going to put their people in, or people that they feel are competent, they're going to be putting them into those positions. As I mentioned, they are going to, or the President Trump has passed executive orders, right? They're going to be doing all types of investigations. They're going to do everything that they possibly can do to say that they are on top of this and is not going to happen again. But it is not going to stop it from happening again. And when it happens again, what are they going to be able to say or do? Not much, really nothing, because they've already done everything they say they can do to put things into place, right? As I said, there is absolutely nothing that they're going to be able to do to stop this from happening and to stop it from happening more frequently, which is what you're going to see. You are going to see uh, planes falling out the sky. You are going to see accidents that just don't make any sense. And it's not only in the air that it's going to be, um, that we're going to see these accidents with these airplanes. You're going to see it with trains. You're going to see it with automobiles. You're going to see it become where, okay, this, train accident, derailment, whatever happens, just it doesn't make any sense. How did this happen? It just doesn't make sense whatsoever. And that is because the ley lines on the earth that's running on the ground are also shifting, changing, being moved, new ones are coming. That is what is happening, and that is what we are witnessing. And it's going to intensify, it's going to become more commonplace. Um, Again, it's going to get to the point where with airlines or airliners, with airplanes, with trains, major companies that run these trains throughout not just the United States but throughout the world, vehicles. Um, of course, most people have a vehicle in their household. Most people do. They are not going to be able to explain what they are seeing. And I hope I'm making myself clear, because I have I have I have quite a bit of thoughts that are going through my mind right now that I'm thinking about as I'm talking. But what I am saying is these are going to become more commonplace, and they are not going to be able to explain it away. Yes, they will put measures in place. They will say they have the best and the brightest in place. They will say that they've done their investigations. They don't know why it happened, and they won't be able to explain why it happened, but they're going to come out with a story to give to the public that they feel or they think they will accept. But behind that all is they don't know why it's happening. That is what is taking place. But they will put a story out to tell the public something that they think they will accept. If you are awake and you are aware of this, you will already know that the story that they will give is not true and doesn't make sense. Okay? And there are incidents with, as I mentioned, trains. There are a lot of incidents with automobiles, with vehicles that we see. I think when it comes to the automobiles, that would be more easy for them to sweep under the rug, for them to explain it away, especially if it's like a single vehicle accident, or if it's an accident that may involve a number of different vehicles, they will be able to, you know, give an answer that people would say, okay, but again, it's going to become more common. It's going to become more frequent with vehicles, okay? More accidents. Even if people survive those accidents, they will say stories like, I didn't see them. They did not see what was in front of them. They didn't see the tree. They didn't see the person. They didn't see the other car. Whatever it is, they're going to say, I didn't see them. Okay? With the trains, again, train derailment, train accidents, uh, that is, again, more difficult to just explain away. But it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be, they just didn't see them, or whatever was in front of them. They didn't see it. But more than likely, that's not the story that they're going to put out. They're going to tell you a different story where they will hope that the public will accept it, because what else are they going to say? Right? I mean, what we are seeing is we're seeing a setup where this person who is in charge of the United States and all of the branches of the United States, and goes into do a press conference to tell you that it's DEI. Again, what else is he going to say? This is a setup, because once all the changes are made, all of the executive orders are signed, and these accidents are still happening, then what do you say? What do you do? Right? I mean, you've done everything that you have said you're able to do to prevent it, but yet it's still happening. Not only is it going to be still happening, but it's going to be happening more frequently. So then you will be putting all this stuff in place, but now it's more frequent. Now it's happening all the time. Isn't that going to raise more questions about what's really going on? Why certain planes or types of planes, or in certain areas of the world, the planes cannot fly as they once did. The trains cannot run as they once did. The vehicle cannot drive as it once did. And again, this is worldwide. This is not just in America. This is going to be worldwide. You're going to see more of these so-called accidents taking place. With the helicopter that went into the American airline, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that more than likely, the person or the people that were flying that helicopter did not see that American airline. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say they did not see it. If they did see it, it was probably right before they hit it. It just appeared in front of them. That's what I'm going to say. Okay? That is what I'm going to say. Um, this is what we're witnessing. This is what we are seeing. And again, they know something's wrong, but they're going to explain it away and hope that you accept it. I am hearing news that Belgium has grounded all planes in their country. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing news that there is a American airline, I think it's called Frontier, that they have also grounded all their airplanes. And Frontier, I think, operates out of the United States. So what's going on? I mean, what is taking place? And you're going to hear more of that. You're going to hear more airlines are going to be grounded. You're going to hear more trains that, for whatever reason, can't run on the tracks as they once did. More vehicles that, so many accidents. And as you're seeing this again, for those that are not aware of ley lines, who are not aware that they are shifting, that they are moving in different places. Some are being erased, and new ones are coming. They are going to have a difficult time explaining this. And that's fine, because they're supposed to. They're supposed to have a difficult time explaining this. They are supposed to have a difficult time explaining this. That is a part of it. Okay? This is just, for me, this is, I could say speechless, but I don't think that will accurately explain how I feel right now. I think amazed is more appropriate. Humbled. I'm in reflection as well. I mean, is it 67 people passed? 67. Right? So I don't want to make this video too long, but I feel like it is appropriate to bring this information forth. Again, if you follow Yahuwah, if you know that his son Yahusha came and died for all of our sins, and that they are one, and you believe the words, all the words of the scriptures, these things will be revealed to you. And as I said in the dream, I was told that I'll be okay, that this will not affect me. And I'm going to say that if we follow his word and seek him, he will protect all of us. He will protect all of us that have repented, have turned from wickedness, have called upon him, who seek him in prayer daily, who are building a relationship with the Most High. He is fighting for us and he is looking out for us. What we are witnessing is a change, a fundamental change in how the earth operates. That's what we're looking at. As I said, things that were once possible, they are no longer going to be possible. Things that were not possible or were thought to be not possible, they will be possible. We are witnessing a switch, a change. Okay? But I want to thank all of you for joining me wherever you are, wherever you are scattered. I wish all of you well and many blessings to all of you. And let us continue to seek the Most High. Let us continue to pray to the Most High for protection and guidance. I want to thank you all for joining me. All of you have a blessed day, blessed evening, afternoon, night, whenever, wherever you're listening. Shalom.